catchy little tune, isn't it? That's our start to Picture Alaska. This is our February edition. It's also Valentine week, so yeah. Thank you for joining us. And this is a beautiful sunny day here in the Anchorage area after a bit of fog that we dealt with in the earlier half of the day. So let's get to where we are with some of your videos as well as pictures. And so we're looking pretty good. Let's start out with this picture of the beautiful sunset on the ice road. And Jojo Prince, thank you for sending that in out of the Bethel area. That is spectacular. So this is the kind of day that it's great to take a nice walk if you have good cleats, if you're in an icy area. And do be careful because maybe you heard about some of the issues with the ice at Portage Lake here over the last couple of days where they had that calving experience. But it doesn't matter if it's a glacial lake or a stream or a river such as the Kuskokwim River. Just be very careful on all bodies of water in the winter. Sunrise over Pioneer Peak. Dr. Bill Brasky gives it a little bit of a formality there. Thank you so much for being up early and showing us what your view was like as you were making your way out and about. Don't want to assume you were going to work because, hey, you may have been working an overnight shift and you may have been coming home from work. So you never know. I don't know what kind of doctor that would be. Morning moon, and this is out of the Nenana area. Thank you to Peggy McGarry for sending that in. And a lot of you may have been noticing that moon. It's been on its way to full, which it was early this morning on Wednesday morning. That is the Shirley Dementieff Memorial Bridge, I believe, there in the background. But it looks like the road has got some icy spots on it. Do watch out for ruts. We haven't had a lot of snow here in the south central area, so we have had in return a lot of icy spots. Let's get to some of these things. Sundogs, weather phenomenon that we have seen quite a bit of here over the winter months. And of course, that's a lot of the season that you see these types of events. And this is from a morning run out of Glen Westall. It looks like it's right by the airport location. So love those prisms on either side. And when we get some upper level winds, that does sculpt those clouds. They look like kind of like saucer. They're saucer shaped. They are called lenticular clouds. These were spotted along the Sterling Highway by Marilyn Morris. So thank you, Marilyn, for sharing that and sending those in. We're not going to take up too much of your time yet because, hey, it's a nice day and maybe some of you want to get out there. And speaking of getting out there in the evening, these are the kinds of views that a lot of people are seeing. Clear skies in the south central, the interior, as well as southeast Alaska. A view of the moon. It was glowing so much. Sometimes these bright winter days really kind of cast shadows. This is out of the Chugiak area. Thank you, David Baldwin, a regular contributor, also from his plane at times. So that takes some skill, shooting a picture and maintaining control. So thank you from David Baldwin. And look, there's the fact that I was talking about. That moon so bright, casting shadows, those trees on the ground. So that's Pioneer Peak in the background. In fact, I kind of put that picture side by side with you so that you could see. There's the Palmer-Wasilla area, and if you look off just to your right, Pioneer Peak. So that is the kind of view. Hey, Togiak, I see that you said hello. I'll say hello right back. And also from Kathy. So Kathy in Saya, I love that name. That is awesome. So thank you so much, both of you, for checking in here on this afternoon. Well, let's continue with some of our photos. Not just the moon has been visible, but other things. But I think we have quite a few moon pictures. This is from Robert Manette, and Robert was up early, 5 a.m., and just having some coffee. But look at that view. That was just the morning before the moon turned full. So it was probably at like 98% there, 99.2, something like that. So another view from interior Alaska just prior for the full moon. This is spotted in the morning out of North Pole. Thank you to Wendy Hunt. But since the moon was full this morning, I'll bet you there's a lot of photos I haven't gotten to yet, so hopefully we can feature some of those the next time we have Picture Alaska. I thought this was a great photo. Look at that volcano and also that lighthouse. You know, I just saw a program and that lighthouse was one of the stories featured on that program, built by, I think, a veterinarian in the Sitka area who actually had it designated, it's his home, but had it designated as a lighthouse from the Coast Guard. So what a cool story, huh? So you can check that out. That's Mount Edgecombe. Thank you to Tony Swearingen for sending that in. Kind of looks like an ice cream cone, doesn't that volcano? But don't be fooled. Our Alaska volcanoes, yeah, they have a lot of spirit left in them at times. Check out the close-up of those ice crystals. And of course, when you have these cold days and fog, that's a lot of times when you get these deposits of ice crystals. Janice Bunting sending us this field of ice crystals there. They look spiky. These look like they were kind of melting into the ice, but still spectacular. Thank you to MJ for sending those in. Frost crystals, but even more examples of some of those crystals. These like hexagon shaped, and Paul Rockkiss saw that along his, I don't know if he was walking or biking, because this next one shows a bicyclist that is looking, and those are big crystals forming on, it looks like it may have been an iron or metal railing. A lot of times, wow, it's a different kind of flower that grows only in the wintertime in special conditions. Now, isn't that nice? So don't be moaning the fact that it could be cold, because the cold comes with its own special kind of beauty. Look at this, after the storm, and you know, it says Homer, but I think I didn't change that. We'll have to go past this and also include this next time, because this is out of Yakutat, actually, and that's sea foam. And we'll talk about that again. But here is a way that you can contribute your photos as well as videos on our webpage, alaskasnewssource.com. You can go to the Submit Photos and Videos tab. In fact, I kind of just gave you a nice little picture, kind of an arrow. That's where you would go, Submit Photos and Videos, and that's what you would click on, and that would show you how to download things. And what we really love to see is not the vertical photos so much. I know those are handy for Instagram, I'm told, but some landscape photos where you take them on the side, so more horizontal. That is what we really love, because that fills up the screen perfectly. And okay, we're back to the beginning, and I want to say thank you so much again for joining us on Picture Alaska. It still is seeing some winter storm action. In fact, I'm going to give you a picture of that as we get into our ending here, but there are still some blizzard warnings, winter weather advisories, and winter storm warnings going on across the state, so do be careful of that in your areas, specifically toward the north coast as well as parts of the interior. But where it is clear, maybe hopefully some stargazing at night. Enjoy your afternoon here, and join us again next time on Picture Alaska. Thank you so much.